Good morning. Welcome to episode 7 of Raw Cut. It's Tuesday, the 1st of August, currently 9 weeks out, weighed in this week at 97.6 kilograms, waist measurement at 79 centimeters, waist skin fold at 5.5 millimeters, and currently consuming 3,050 calories per day. Guys, this episode of Raw Cut, we are going deep into prehab and recovery once again, and touching on a little bit of posing as well. I'm starting this morning bright and early. I've got a bunch of stuff I need to do before I get to MJHQ this morning that you guys are going to join me for. Unfortunately for me, it's pissing down with rain outside, so cardio this morning, I got myself a date with the devil. This cardio done, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Alright, cardio is done, showered, changed, about to hit the road. Stop number 1 is at a place called -110. We will see you guys there. Alright, here we are at -110 in the ADL with the Pussycat.
Hey guys.
What's happening, Asha? We're about to get our cryotherapy on. Let's go inside. Alright guys, so step 1 of this cryotherapy here at -110 is to get undressed, get redressed into what they call here our cryo chamber uniform. It fits in this tiny little bag, so there's not a lot of clothing. And then once we're in the cryo chamber uniform, we hop in the cryo chamber box over here and freeze for about 3 minutes. So I'm gonna get changed and we will catch you just as we're about to step into the cryo chamber. Let's go. All right, cryotherapy uniform is on, which includes not a whole lot. Starting from the bottom, we have some socks. We have itty bitty shorts. Girls get an itty bitty sports bra, a headband, and some gloves. So I get all of that apart from the sports bra, obviously. So not a whole lot of clothing. And then we step on in here into part 1 of the cryo chamber, which is currently sitting at a nice and chilly -56 degrees. And then we step into the main cryo chamber, which is sitting at a -110 degrees, as you would expect. And we stand in there for 3 minutes, get our freeze on, and then we come out, Asha, and we contemplate life.
Putting my clogs on.
Oh, I forgot about the clogs. Yeah, too. Yeah, we can't forget the clogs. Look at you. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, I'm ready. Let's go. God damn, that was cold today. Was that ridiculously cold today?
It was a little bit chillier today.
It was colder than we're used to having. Asha, you tell the viewers benefits of cryotherapy.
There's heaps of benefits.
Just list them.
What? Lowering cortisol.
Yep.
Releases happy endorphins.
Yep.
Muscle recovery.
Yep. Increasing blood flow.
Yep.
Yeah.
To the heart.
Yeah. So there's cryotherapy is quite new to, well, both of us. You did it last year?
I did it for my Hong Kong prep.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
Whereas I've just started incorporating it this year into my prep, and I've found, the way that they kind of describe it here at -110 is there's both a psychological recovery aspect to it and then a physical recovery aspect to it, right?
Yeah.
And the psychological recovery aspect to it comes from the fact that you literally, for the 3 minutes you're in there, your body, your mind is focused on one thing and one thing only, and that's survival. Isn't it?
It is.
So you're just focused on, and because of that, it kind of has the effect of you forget about everything you're stressed about, and psychologically you lower your cortisol levels, which is quite interesting. And then there's the physical recovery aspect of it as well, which is mainly focused around the fact that when you're that cold and you're literally freezing like that, all of your cardiovascular system constricts, right? Drawing blood flow in towards your organs and away from muscle effectively. And then when you step out, the opposite happens. So everything opens back up, and you actually get this increase in blood flow to muscles, which can really help with nutrient delivery and muscle recovery as well. So it's kind of like a two-pronged approach to both physical and psychological recovery. I like it. I don't like the fact that I freeze for 3 minutes.
Yeah, you really don't cope.
No, I really don't cope, but I do like as soon as you step out of it, you feel amazing. I feel good right now.
Yeah.
You feel good?
Yeah, it's the endorphins.
Yeah. It's good shit.
It's good. I love it.
All right, I will see you guys at our next stop in just a second. Let's go. All right, guys, next stop, one of my least favorite things to get done during contest prep, but a pretty critical part of my prehab and general keeping on top of my general health and well-being, and that is getting my bloods taken. I hate needles, which is why I hate blood tests. Obviously, when you get blood taken, they have to stick one of those big ass needles deep inside your arm to pull the blood. Which is why I hate getting my blood taken. But this is something that I'll do during a contest prep. I'll do this every couple of months as I get closer towards the contest, and I'm putting my body under more stress. I'll do it every month, so every 4 weeks. And the sorts of things that I get tested, I'll show you guys right here my pathology request from my doctor. So the sorts of things that I'm getting tested, you guys can see there: testosterone, free testosterone, estrogen, prolactin, luteinizing hormone, and follicle stimulating hormone. And you can see clinical notes post-competition, should actually be pre-competition. That's all good. Natural bodybuilder and effect of fat restriction. So here at Abbott Pathology, which is a pathologist, they do a bunch of different tests here. Blood tests are one of the things that they do. So this is where I get all of my bloods done here in the ADL. So I'm gonna pop in, get these blood tests done, and then these blood tests get sent to my doctor, and I see my doctor next week sometime, and we go through and pretty much just make sure that that everything that's getting tested, testosterone, free testosterone, estrogen, prolactin, luteinizing hormone, follicle stimulating hormone, are within the ranges they need to be. And this is, as I mentioned, it's more of really a prehab type technique, so that if anything is out of whack, or I'm putting my body under too much stress and it's crushing my testosterone production, or my estrogen is going sky high, or whatever the problem may be, we can identify it very early on and then deal with it before it becomes a major issue. So I'm going to pop inside, get a needle stuck in me, get these bloods done, and we will see you guys at MJHQ. And here we are at MJHQ, here in the kitchen. One of the things that I wanted to address in this episode on prehab and recovery, based on questions I got on the first round of prehab and recovery raw cut episode number 3, guys, was training around little niggles. So little non-serious injuries that you may do during training. So you may, strain a pec, or strain a muscle in your leg, or something along those lines. How do you you kind of, incorporate that into your training regime, and how do you kind of deal with that? And it's quite timely because I actually myself, I strained a muscle in my hamstring training legs last week. So I strained a muscle called a semimembranosus in my hamstring, which is a stabilizing muscle in your hamstring. And those of you keen viewers would know, today being Tuesday, usually in the morning for cardio I would do a CrossFit style Metcon, but this morning I didn't. I hopped on the Stairmaster instead, and the reason for that was because of my strained semimembranosus. So I just wanted to alter my cardio regime a little bit to make sure that I wasn't aggravating that injury and turning a small niggle, a small injury, into a more serious injury that's going to have a much bigger effect on my training. So generally speaking, that is how I like to deal with small niggles, small strains, the unavoidable minor injuries that happen as part of living this lifestyle and happen in any contest prep. Is, make small alterations to make sure that you're not aggravating them and turning them into bigger, more serious injuries. Obviously, if you do a serious injury, you need to deal with that differently. You need to seek treatment for it right away. But the small strains and minor discomforts and that sort of thing, don't be afraid to throw out a high intensity interval training session if you know it's going to aggravate it, and replace it with a medium intensity steady state or a low intensity steady state. If you strain something in your upper body and you've got to train chest the next day or shoulders the next day, and you know that it's going to aggravate it, train something else. Change your split around to accommodate that, because that extra 24 hours rest or 48 hours rest or whatever it may be can be the difference between turning a small niggle into a serious injury and just being able to continue on the path that you're on and train through a small niggle or a small injury or a small strain and continue on the path that you're on. So be smart about it. You really do need to listen to your body, but don't be afraid. Don't be so set in stone with everything that you're doing with your prep that you're like, oh no, I can't. My chest is. I strained something in my pec, but I can't miss my chest day. Don't be stupid like that. Really listen to your body. Stay in tune with your body. And if you need to make small alterations to your plan or to your training regime or to your cardio regime, whatever it may be, don't be afraid to do that. All right, guys, I have to get my head down, my ass up. I got a bunch of work to do at MJHQ today, so we will see you guys later on. And just like that, it's the end of the day here at MJHQ, and what a day it was. Hey, boss Josh.
Oh, man.
Busy day today.
It's been one hell of a day.
Damn. Anyway, we are about to head off to go train some chest, baby.
Yeah.
Pre-workout supplements about to go down. What are we training on tonight?
You can show them.
Show them?
Show them.
Shall I show them?
Show them the whole
Show them
thing.
the whole thing? Alright, so we are going something special tonight for tonight's chest workout. We're going Blackstone Labs Hype Extreme, stacked with Muscle Sport Rhino, which we have been training on a fair bit for chest.
We have, yeah.
Don't mind the Rhino.
No, it's good.
For chest.
Yeah.
And then I'm throwing my one scoop of Olympus Labs Triumph in there as well. I've been taking Triumph pre-workout, as a matter of fact, rather than with my pre-workout meal. I just find that I just feel a little bit better with it. You're a little bit different to me.
Yeah.
You like it with your pre-workout meal?
My pre-workout meal is much closer to the workout meal, so.
It is. I
yeah.
tend to eat, as you guys would see in the other episodes, quite a length of time before I train after I eat my pre-workout meal.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are going to throw down those supplements, get off to the gym, and we will see you guys there for a little more talk about prehab and then a little bit of posing. Boss Josh, you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. All right, guys, so before we get this chest workout started, you guys would know from episode 3, we've got to hit our upper body shoulder warm-up. I'm going to show you a slight variation in this episode because the first variation I showed you was quite an advanced technique if you're used to warming up your rotator cuffs and used to warming up your shoulders. So I'm just going to step it back a little bit because I had a bunch of you message and comment and say you wanted an easier way to kind of ease into warming up your rotator cuffs if you're not used to doing something like this. So we're going to step it back. We're going to do the same warm-up routine, but we're going to do it with a little bit less resistance and with equipment that just makes it a little bit easier to do if you're struggling with a bit of shoulder mobility. So starting off, we've got a pulley at about elbow height, and we've got a nice light weight in there, so just on one plate down there as well. And we're going to hit our external rotator warm up. So we're just gonna stand and then allow the pulley to pass through. Once again, making sure that you keep your elbow nice and locked into your torso at all times. So your elbow should stay on your torso. You don't want to start doing this and pulling it out because it's really going to defeat what you're trying to achieve by warming up your rotator cuff. So keep your elbow in nice and tight like that. And we're going to hit about 15, 20 of these on the right hand side. And then we're going to flip around, switch hands, go to the left hand side, exactly the same thing. So lock your elbow in nice and tight to your torso, allow the pulley to pull across your body, and then fight it on the way out as far as you can, while keeping that elbow nice and locked into your torso. We're gonna hit about 15 to 20 of these on the left-hand side, and then, come with me, we're gonna come over to a bench. We're gonna grab ourselves a nice light dumbbell. So usually I'd use 5 to 6 kilos for these and do them freehand, as you guys saw in episode 3. We're just gonna bump the weight back a little bit to about 4 kilos. We're gonna grab a bench down here, and we're gonna use the bench to support our elbow so we don't have to support it with our deltoids. So we're gonna sit our hand nice and flat like this, trying to get our upper arm parallel to the floor, and then keeping our forearm and our upper arm at a 90-degree angle. And then from there, we're gonna grab the dumbbell. It's gonna come up, back down. We hit 15 to 20 of these on the right-hand side. And then once again, we'll rotate, we'll switch. Go to the left-hand side, and exactly the same technique. So get all your angles correct, and then exactly the same technique. And this is a really good way to start a shoulder mobility regime if you don't have one already, or if you're a little bit tight through your shoulders and you don't have great shoulder mobility. Using a bench like this to support is a really great way of taking the tension off your delts. So you can really focus on getting full range of motion through your rotator cuffs and increasing that shoulder mobility week by week as you do this warm-up technique. So we hit 15 to 20 here on the left-hand side. And then the final piece of the puzzle, as you guys will remember from episode 3, is we did broomstick or solid stick shoulder pass-throughs. Now for a lot of people, if you don't have great shoulder mobility or you're not used to warming up your rotator cuffs, that's a very difficult movement to do, and it puts a lot of stress through your shoulders, a lot of stress through your pec minor. So a great alternative is to grab one of these, an exercise band or a dyno band. You can use different tension as well, depending on how much stress you want to put your shoulders through. And all you do is you grab it at the edges, and unlike a solid stick, this is going to stretch. So it's going to be a lot easier to get a pass through because you can stretch it out as far as you need to. So it's exactly the same technique. You're going to pass your shoulders through a complete shoulder rotation using the dyno band, using the exercise band. $15 to $20 to those, and that's it, guys. That is an introduction to shoulder prehab, to increasing shoulder mobility. So for those of you who are interested in using this as a prehab technique, as a technique to allow you to increase shoulder mobility and improve your shoulder health, starting off like this, so starting off with the cables, the supported dumbbell, and the dyno band pull-throughs, rather than your free arm dumbbell and your fixed solid straight bar shoulder pull-throughs, is a much easier technique for you to start with. So start with this, work your way up, increase the resistance, and really start working on that shoulder mobility. All right, we are warmed up. We're gonna crush some chest, baby, and we will see you in an hour and a half-ish post-workout for some posing. We'll catch you guys there. Woo! And almost 2 hours later, and guys, that is a wrap for the chest workout tonight, which means it's time for some posing. Now, the last time you guys saw me pose in episode 3, we were 14 weeks out and we did some IFBB men's physique style posing. And I mentioned to you guys I was going to mix it up as we go through these episodes to get a few different types of posing in there, just to keep you guys guessing as to what I'm going to compete in at the end of this cut. So tonight we're going to do some WBFF style posing, which is very similar to IFBB. It's still the quarter turns. The main difference is you can lift your hands, you can lift your elbows up above your head, so you can hit some arm poses, which is nice, but they're not supposed to be bodybuilding poses, so it's kind of halfway between, you know, aesthetic men's physique posing and bodybuilding posing without being bodybuilding posing. So let's hop on into the posing room. Let's get it on.
All the plans be on me like my turtle two-pot, yeah. Had to drop the Rolex and I picked up 2 clocks, ayy. Smiling at the moon and he sent a smile back, yeah. These days they like, son, ayy, dawg, where you at, yeah. Pull up in New York City, they show me Cali love, yeah. I will hook you up, but what's a dream without the crush, ooh. We could do your ass like Porky, put you in the barbecue. Pharmaceuticals will turn your ass into a Looney Tune. All the plans be on me like my turtle two-pot, yeah. Had to drop the Rolex and I picked up 2 rocks, ayy. Smiling at the sun, ayy, like baby, you's hot, yeah. They can spit the fire, tell her, sing it till she groovy, hit it till she groovy. My son call me Goosey, I still love them ladies saying juicy. Come on, girl, let's make it real. Might go bad like Navy SEAL, might go bad like Lauryn Hill, might go bad like Diamond Steel. Be on me like my turtle two-pot, yeah. Had to drop the Rolex and I picked up 2 clocks, ayy. Smiling at the moon and he sent a smile back, yeah. These days they like, son, ayy, dawg, where you at, yeah. Pull up in New York City, they show me Cali love, yeah. I will hook you up, but what's a dream without the crush, ooh. We could do your ass like Porky, put you in the barbecue. Pharmaceuticals will turn your ass into a Looney Tune.
Back here at the Casa post-workout, and guys, the other major difference between the IFBB and the WBFF that I forgot to mention before we got into that posing, I'm sure all of you picked up on it, is of course the length of the shorts. So IFBB, knee length shorts, you don't get to show your upper leg at all. WBFF, you've got pretty much trunks on, not quite bodybuilding posing trunks, but very short shorts, so you get to show your entire leg, which I think for me is a bit of a benefit, but I'll let you guys be the judge of that. So what's it gonna be, guys? You've seen IFBB men's physique posing, you've seen WBFF male muscle model posing. What do you guys think I should do this year competitive wise? Drop down a comment and let me know. And guys, that's a wrap for this episode 7 of Raw Cut. As always, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Turn your post notifications on, both on your mobile and your desktop, so we can keep you up to date when new videos are dropping, guys. If you like this video, be sure to like this video. Drop down a comment. I get back personally to each and every one of them. So if you've got any questions, queries, thoughts, or concerns about anything you've seen in this video, be sure to drop a comment down on YouTube and I will get back to you. And I tend to build these episodes of Raw Cut, especially as we progress, based on your feedback. So the more comments, the more feedback you leave, the better the episodes you're going to get. And finally, spread the love. Share this video around, spread the love on the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. Guys, until next week, as always, stay massive.